With a $1,199 price gap between them, these two flagship laptops hide surprises that could flip your expectations upside down. You're choosing between the Raider Max's Intel Core Ultra 9 290HX Plus and the Blade's Ultra 9 386H, but in practice, the Raider Max's 24-core setup, 8 performance, 16 efficiency, gives you more headroom for heavy multitasking or demanding creative work than the Blade's 16 cores, for performance, 12 efficiency. A higher 2.7 GHz base frequency on the Raider Max means more consistent speed under load than the Blade's 2.1 GHz, so you'll notice smoother performance during sustained tasks. The Raider Max uses a 3nm process while the Blade is on 2nm, but based on real-world results, the Raider Max consistently handles bigger workloads without slowing down. Raider Max posts a Geekbench 6 single-core score of 3,459 and multi-core of 23055, while Blade trails at 2822 and 16854. Cinebench 2024 single and multi-core scores are 146 and 2345 for Raider Max, compared to 127 and 1231 for Blade. That means your demanding tasks finish faster and heavy multitasking feels smoother if you go with Raider Max. With a GeForce RTX 5070 Ti, dedicated graphics, and 12 GB of VRAM, you get more headroom for demanding games or creative apps than Blade's RTX 5060, dedicated graphics, and 8 GB of VRAM. The 37.4 teraflops rating on Raider Max versus 18.4 teraflops on Blade means smoother performance in heavy 3D tasks or rendering. That's now 2 wins for Raider Max, this one included. Raider Max gives you an 18-inch mini LED display, while Blade uses a 16-inch OLED panel. You get more workspace and sharper detail on Raider Max at 3840 by 2400, compared to Blade's 2560 by 1600. Blade's 240 Hz refresh rate is higher than Raider Max's 120 Hz, but for most content, that won't change your experience. A 1000 nit screen instead of 400 nits means you can actually see your work outdoors or in sunlight. Neither offers a touchscreen, and both support HDR10, so you aren't trading away touch or HDR features. Matte coatings on both help with glare, but the Raider Max's higher 252 pixels per inch versus 189 pixels per inch means sharper detail. If you want a laptop that's usable in bright rooms and outside, the Raider Max changes what you can do in your day. That's now 6 wins for Raider Max, this one included. You get 99.9 watt-hours versus 90 watt-hours, which is a near tie and not much in practice. Raider Max charges at 400 watts while Blade tops out at 280 watts, so you spend less time plugged in. The Raider Max gives you 32 GB of RAM as standard, double the Blade's 16 GB at this price, so you can keep more apps open without slowdowns. Both use fast memory, DDR5 in the Raider Max, LPDDR5X in the Blade, but that difference is unlikely to matter day to day. Only the Raider Max lets you upgrade memory later, so you can adapt if your multitasking needs grow. You get 1 TB of storage as standard at this price, with both Raider Max and Blade matching here. Both use SSD, M2, drives, and support NVMe, so speed and responsiveness are identical on paper. Each is upgradable after purchase, so you can add more storage later if your needs grow. Blade is much lighter at 2.14 kilograms and slimmer at 17.4 millimeters, making it easier to carry daily. Both use aluminum builds, so you still get a premium feel in hand. That edge in portability comes right after storage ended in a tie. Both Raider Max and Blade support Wi-Fi 7, so your wireless speeds are identical on either device. Bluetooth is 5.4 on Raider Max and 6.0 on Blade, but that version gap is unlikely to matter day to day. You get 2 USB 4.0 ports on both, and Thunderbolt 5 support is present on each as well. Both include an audio jack, so you can plug in headphones or mics without reaching for adapters. Raider Max gives you 1.7mm key travel and a numpad, while Blade offers 1.5mm and no numpad. Both keyboards are backlit island style, and each webcam is 1080p FHD, so there's no practical difference there. You also get a fingerprint reader on Raider Max, which Blade skips entirely. That means your daily typing is cushier, and you have more input options, plus faster logins if you want them. You get 2 CPU options with Blade, while Raider Max only gives you 1, so you have more flexibility at checkout. Blade also offers 16 GB, 32 GB, and 64 GB RAM options and storage up to 8 TB, while Raider Max tops out at 128 GB RAM and 4 TB storage, so Blade covers more needs if you want the smallest RAM or the largest storage. Raider Max costs $3,499. Blade is $2,300, a $1,199 gap. That extra money gets you the much brighter screen, stronger graphics, and better display overall, and that's on top of the Blade win a moment ago. The Raider Max comes in black, the Blade in black, and both prices are linked in the description below. Raider Max is built for power users who demand the fastest performance, top-tier graphics, and a massive, ultra-bright 18-inch mini LED display with a sharp 3840 by 2400 resolution. If you want the most muscle for gaming, creative workloads, or multitasking with 32 GB RAM and a huge battery, this is your machine. Those who care about portability, a sleeker chassis, or a lower price should look elsewhere. The one reason to hesitate: you pay $1,199 more and give up a lighter, more compact design. Blade is for buyers who want a premium-feeling laptop with standout design and more CPU choices, all at a much lower price than its rival. Skip it if you demand top-tier performance, graphics, or the sharpest 3840 by 2400 resolution for creative work or gaming. The one reason to hesitate: Blade's 2560 by 1600 resolution gives up detail compared to higher-end panels. Which would you pick, the Raider Max or the Blade, and why? Drop a comment, like the video, and subscribe to Computer Matrix for more honest laptop comparisons.